I've got my cotton rug warp. It is less stretchy than traditional yarn. I've got my cardboard loom from Amazon. I buy them in bulk by class packs because I'm teaching a class at a time. You can make your own with cardboard. I'm going to go in and I'm going to start about 3 or 4 tabs from the edge, and I'm going to make sure that string is all the way to the bottom of that slot. And I'm going to come down. That was 4 away from the edge. I'm going to slide that in, make sure it's all the way to the bottom of that slot, and then I'm going to skip 1 and put it in there. And again, I'm really going to make sure that I'm pulling pretty decently hard. I'm going to try and be careful with these tabs. This is one way to break them, but I'm going to pull and make sure that I have some good tension. You should be able to almost hear those strings snap a little bit. And I'm going ahead and winding it on the back, and it is okay because it's going to give you enough string to, in the future, tie this off and have either some fringe or enough to tie it with. And so you don't have to leave it on there. You could, if you do it right, kind of like weave the front and the back and make it kind of like a pocket. I've never had enough patience to do that all the way, and you'd have to do a little bit different tying, but it would be doable probably. All right, so I'm gonna call this good, and I'm leaving like a full length of string because at some point I have to tie this off, and so these are gonna get tied together, but I'm gonna go ahead and tie them with my second color at the same time. And again, I'm using 2 colors because it is super helpful for me to help students see where they're making mistakes. It is helpful for students to keep track of where they're going. I love alternating my warp strings, and also because in this kind of weaving, you never see the strings, well, once you teach the kids to tighten up their weavings up to the top, you kind of push them up, but I'm gonna go ahead and push those all the way up. Off the back of the table, not the end of the world. Sometimes it's easier to work with it on the floor. And I'm going to go ahead and do 1 extra one. You don't have to. You could have it so it ends with the same color on both ends or not. But I'm going to go ahead and leave that string long. And then is what I'm going to get to do is I'm going to take these 2 strings on this side and these 2 strings on this side, and they should ideally be long enough to easily tie them in the middle of this. And so I'm going to go once, twice, put my finger in it, pull it around, and tie it off. And that's how you do it. There you go.